everyone, it's Deja from CrochetEverAfter.com. Today I'm going to show you how to hand wind a hank of yarn. So if you don't have a Swift and a yarn winder, I'm going to show you how to do it with the help of either a friend or a chair back. So let's get started. The first thing that you're going to do when you have a hank of yarn is unroll it, I guess you would call it. You just pull out one end from the other end. It's usually the end that has the hang tag attached. And you can just drop it and let it unfurl itself or help it along, and you'll end up with one big loop. So if you're using a friend, what you're going to do is have them hold their arms, and they're going to be the Swift. Or if you don't have anybody around, you're going to grab a chair. Alright, so in a perfect world, this yarn would be the same size as my chair, but it's not, and most likely your chairs are not going to be super wide to where they will fit a whole hank looped of yarn. So just make do with what you have. So I'm going to cut the tag, which I already know is where the beginning of my ends of my yarn are, as I have wound a hank of this with a Swift already. Okay, so I pull out one of my ends, both of them are right where I cut, and then I'm just going to start unlooping. So with a friend, it's a little easier because it's right on the edge of their hand, so it's not as difficult to unloop. But when you're by yourself and you have to wind your hank, this is an alternate solution. So depending on what kind of ball you want, if you want a center pulled ball, you can wind it that way, or if you just want a regular ball, you can do that as well. So I'm going to just wind this into a ball by going around the chair. So I got to pull it off each time. A little time consuming. You might want to invest in a Swift and a yarn ball winder if this is not very fun for you. Otherwise, this is how you're going to hand wind a hank of yarn. One last thing I did want to show you is that if you don't have a Swift, you can use the chair and the yarn winder. So if you have a yarn winder but not a Swift, you can still do the hanks with the chair. So let me turn it the right way here. So if I hold it up high enough, it'll come off easily. So that's another way to wind your hanks into cakes as well. So you can go either way. If you get stuck, just stop and fix it. But that's another way. So thanks for watching.